Alright everybody, here we are at Whole Foods, just down the road from where I live. You can see it's a much larger format store, very similar to what you'd expect of a big U.S. grocery store. It's in more of an affluent neighborhood. You'll see a lot more affluent shops in this shopping center than you would most areas. Whole Foods has traditionally been more of an urban setting, but they've moved out to these suburban settings in order to attract a new customer base. Whole Foods got its start in Austin, Texas as a natural food store and has grown rapidly in the last few decades. A lot of its growth has actually come through acquisitions of other chains. So it's doing very well. It's starting to branch out. It's moved on and actually has store locations in Detroit and New Orleans. So the world's kind of waiting to see what its CEO and founder Mackey is actually going to do with the store going forward. So here in a second we'll go in. I'll show you a few of the sights and sounds of the store. You'll see a lot of unique shopping experiences, fresh fish market, fresh meat department, a lot of fresh organic and conventionally grown vegetables. And let's go take a look. You'll see a dining area in here. Most Whole Foods will have a place that you can buy their foods, their prepared foods, and eat inside the store. $365 is their store brand. They've moved into pushing their store brand heavily in order to improve their value proposition. It has a very unique look, very farm standish compared to a lot of other grocery stores. You can see the crates, fresh fruits and vegetables, signs talking about organic and conventional. A lot of hand-painted signs are quite famous. They've really pushed their sales again to improve their value proposition, so you see more of that than you would have in the past. Not as many unique products per se as you would see in a Trader Joe's, but you do see things here that you typically wouldn't find with other grocers. I would say this store is approximately 50-50 organic and conventional in the produce section. That varies from store to store depending on who their clientele is. Stores in Detroit and Louisiana are less organic and more conventionally grown. You can see their fresh food market. You can see their standards for where their meat comes from. You'll notice that you don't see any brands that you typically find in a grocery store, in the sense that there's no such thing as Coke products or Pepsi. You don't see a lot of traditionally branded chips. All their products are essentially vetted for the contents in them. So a lot of they don't allow any food additives, no color additives. So you can't mistake Whole Foods for a traditional grocery store, if no other reason than because of that difference. You can see that Whole Foods is a one-stop place. You can come with your grocery shopping list and buy everything you need in one swoop. Very different than the Trader Joe's format. So this is more their prepared food section. They have their bakery. Here's their prepared food. So you can grab a plate and eat out front. You do see again a lot more of the 365 brand products, which is again their store brand, than you would have in years past. Allegro is another brand for Whole Foods. Their clientele is typically have higher education levels and higher income levels than you find in most grocery stores. That again is both an advantage and a disadvantage for the store that they're trying to work through with their pricing and new store selection strategy.
Dave Acosta, 211. Dave Acosta, 211. Thank you.
Give you just a quick view of the front here, and that'll be our show. Very traditional checkouts. You'll see the checkout belts like you would in most stores. You don't see the line of candy that you would in a normal checkout. No plastic bags, only paper. And then this is the eating area. The end of the show.